look at the relationship between parallel and perpendicular lines on a coordinate grid. Let's take a look at the slope of these parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that go on forever and never intersect. Notice this first line has a slope of down 2 over 3. The slope of the first line is negative 2/3. Notice the slope of the second line is also down 2 over 3. The slope of the second line is also negative 2/3. What you might notice about these parallel lines is that parallel lines have the same. Taking a look at perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are lines that meet at a perfect right angle, or 90 degrees of intersection. Notice the slope of the first line on the left goes down 3 over 2. It's negative 3/2. The slope of the second line on the right is up 2 over 3. It has a slope of 2/3. This suggests an important property about perpendicular lines. Notice the slope of perpendicular lines. One is negative and one is positive. They are opposites. Also notice that the slopes are upside down. 3/2 and 2/3. They are reciprocals. This is our last property we need to know, is that perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes.
Now you've watched a video on parallel and perpendicular lines. So just as a reminder, parallel lines have the same slopes. Perpendicular lines will have opposite reciprocal slopes. So now we can write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. In the first example, we want to write an equation of a line parallel to this given equation, but also goes through this x and y point. So pick out the slope from the given equation. The slope is 6. Our new line, which will be parallel, will also have the same slope. So we have the slope and we have a point. We can then write point-slope form of an equation. That's y minus the y coordinate, which is negative 3, so it's going to turn positive, equals m parentheses x minus the x coordinate. And that's it. Let's look at a line perpendicular through this point. So again, they give us the point x1, y1. This time our slope is negative 4. But we want the perpendicular slope, which won't be negative, but it'll be the opposite, positive. And it's not 4 over 1, but it'll be the reciprocal, 1 over 4. So I'm going to use this as my slope to write my equation. Y minus the y coordinate equals m parentheses x minus the x coordinate. And that's it. So you just have to remember, parallel lines have same slopes, perpendicular have opposite reciprocal slopes.